donde se habla la verdad.
Accompanied by First Lady, Mrs. Melania Trump.
Incredible. Trump is president. Well, guys, Trump is president.
Hallelujah.
Like it or not, Trump is president. And I'm gonna make a survey question here. I am most excited that Trump will make. Let's put this. Will make. What are we most excited?
Glory, glory. Hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
Please welcome Vice President JD Vance, accompanied by Second Lady Usha Vance.
Oh, hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy was
Let's go, baby. Let's
born
go.
to die.
Trump is president, baby. Let's do this.
But all my trials, Lord, will soon be over.
How beautiful.
Please welcome Sergeant Tatiana Saldana, United States Space Force, Sergeant Henry Waller, United States Army, Staff Sergeant Lexus Martinez, United States Marine Corps, and Petty Officer Emmanuel Gamble, United States Navy.
God bless us that Kamala's not there, right? Kamala the idiot. Kamala in Spanish they say Kamala la mala, which is Kamala the worst. Nobody likes Kamala. I don't know anybody that likes Kamala. You like Kamala? I don't like you personally, to be honest.
His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. His truth is marching on and on.
He can back that number. All right, let me stop. Look at that wife, man. No disrespect, but look at those wives. Those are pretty wives. Republican wives are always more prettier. Always the Democrats have the ugliest women, I swear, man. Hey, that is beautiful. That's beautiful America right there, man. That's beautiful America right there, guys. What do you guys think? Trump is president now. He's gonna do a lot of great things for America. He's gonna do great things for America, man. But the hating is gonna continue. I can't wait to see the media now, what they're gonna be saying, what they're gonna be lying about. Hey, we don't gotta wait. We can see it right now. Let's go.
Marking a turning point in America. Tonight, Donald J. Trump has become the 47th president of the United States, appearing just a short time ago at the presidential parade. Seated at a desk in front of some 20,000 supporters, Mr. Trump signed a sweeping set of executive orders.
Dude, it's gonna take such a long time to break down all this new stuff that he signed. I mean, he's signing stuff against imports from China, immigration, how we pursue criminals. I mean, we got material for the whole month, man.
A rebuke to his predecessor, who he helped usher onto Nighthawk 46 earlier in the afternoon. Earlier, the peaceful transfer of power, the culmination of Mr. Trump's extraordinary political comeback. After defeating Kamala Harris and overcoming a range of legal obstacles that so dominated his years out of office. The inauguration in the House Rotunda bringing together both former presidents and prominently tech titans, occupying an informal but prominent role in the new administration. The same Capitol that was the scene of the violent attack by his supporters 4 years ago. After his swearing in, Mr. Trump declaring that America's decline, as he put it, is over, and painting a dark picture of the government and the country. The Bidens then departing by plane, symbolizing the end of an era, and Donald Trump's stunning return to the pinnacle of power. Tonight, just hours into his new term, President Trump delivering on some of the dramatic changes he promised. At a desk at his massive post-inauguration rally, signing multiple executive orders, what he's calling a, quote, revolution of common sense.
We won every swing state by a lot, and now we're going to go and drill, baby, drill, and do all the things that we've wanted to do and bring your costs down, your prices down, and make our country safe.
And in an emotional moment, the president greeting the families of Israeli and American hostages held by Hamas.
Now the work begins. We have to bring them home.
While earlier, some critics going after Elon Musk
look
for
at that
this
guy.
salute while thanking supporters.
Thank you
Oh, come
for
on.
making it happen. Thank you.
Happiness right there. Not hating, haters. That's lovely. That's excitement. What the hell?
My heart goes out to you.
All of it happening after that moment steeped in tradition, the swearing in of a new commander-in-chief.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
But from the ceremony pushed indoors by the bitterly cold weather to a presidential rally combined with the inaugural parade. Today was a unique celebration of a historic political comeback, Donald Trump's election as the 47th president, 4 years after leaving the White House as the 45th. It kicked off early this morning. Vice President Harris defeated in the election just 2 months ago, welcoming Vice President-elect JD Vance. Then President-elect Trump arriving with his wife Melania. Welcome home. President Biden telling him welcome home. The incoming and outgoing first couple standing for the traditional photo op. Inside the Capitol, dignitaries arrive, along with the leaders of top tech companies, past presidents too. While back at the White House, two men who have an intense war of words together inside that limo for the ride to the Capitol.
The President-elect of the United States, the Honorable Donald John Trump.
Guys, when I saw that live, I got chills. I got chills, man. I got chills when I was watching this and he came in. I was like, whoa. Beautifulness is back. No more ugliness. Woke ugliness is amazing.
Then, for the first time in decades, a swearing-in ceremony indoors. First up, the first millennial vice president.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
Then, 4 years after his election loss, when he faced fierce bipartisan criticism for his actions on January 6th, after running against two Democratic opponents and surviving 2 assassination attempts, Trump taking the oath for the second time.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr.
Let's go.
Melania Trump holding two Bibles, but the president-elect appeared not to place his hand on them, which is not required. In his speech, President Trump saying he'll take on what he called a corrupt establishment.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Put her on president.
With a blistering critique of his predecessor, who he did not mention by name.
My recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal and to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And referencing his dramatic path back to the presidency.
Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my
America,
freedom
baby.
and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt...
And I'm going to say the Democrats were happy when he got shot. The Democrats were happy because they're evil, man. They're evil. Those Democrats are evil. They're gonna go to hell. And I hope that they'll put them in jail as well.
Then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
Goddamn right.
Oh, beautiful.
Carrie Underwood then singing a cappella after what appeared to be a technical glitch with her music track. And that historic moment in front of the Capitol. Now former President Biden, 6 months after dropping his own re-election run, exiting Washington, ending a 50-year political career.
You're
Bye-bye.
a younger, far more beautiful audience that I just spoke to.
President Trump then going inside the Capitol, where he criticized Biden for issuing preemptive pardons in the final minutes of his term, including for more members.
That's criminal what he did, man. What Trump did, pardoning criminals, pardoning the head of the Fauci, is criminal, man. This guy's a criminal. Listen, if we regular citizens do half of the things that he did, and he was the president, why can't presidents lead by example? But no, Biden is a criminal, man.
Of his family.
I was going to talk about the things that Joe did today. He said, please don't bring that up right now. You can bring it up tomorrow.
As he greeted supporters in the spillover crowd.
I think this was a better speech than the one I made upstairs, okay?
And almost immediately, President Trump began to undo some of the policies of the Biden administration with a sweeping set of executive orders setting the tone for an aggressive first 100 days in office. Garrett Haake has more.
There are dramatic changes President Trump promised during the campaign.
With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense.
Signing a slew of executive orders on day one, including on border security, after more than 10 million illegal border crossings in the last 4 years. Trump reversing Biden-era immigration policies and declaring a national emergency at the border, where he vowed to send troops.
I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions.
The president also declaring a national energy emergency, which would expand his authority to encourage domestic...
We have to stop already. God damn it. All this saving the environment and forget the energy, man. God, the price of eggs are too damn high. And they're just high also as well because of the transportation component to it. There's a little bit of that in everything we buy. We have to think about the prices of goods. And how are we going to cheap the prices? By lowering the gas. Because if we lower the gas, we have more money to buy. And if they lower the gas, it's going to be cheaper to transport goods. Man, this is common sense, bro.
Oil and gas production already at record highs.
We will drill, baby, drill.
Let's go. Let's
The
do it.
president also seeking to rewrite the nation's maps.
We are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
And again threatening a showdown with
Yeah, that is pretty funny though. Listen, most people that heard that they started laughing, and it's hilarious still to me. Hey, do what you gotta do, Trump. I really don't care what they call. I mean, I do gotta recognize though that if you live down in Georgia, in Panama, Florida, you kind of go like, what the hell do we call this? The Gulf of Mexico. There's no Mexicans over here. There's no Mexico around here. So I think that makes sense.
Panama, vowing to take back the Panama Canal.
We have been treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
Today, Panama's president saying, quote, the canal is and will remain Panama's. Trump also reorienting how the federal government recognizes gender.
It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
With many of these orders expected to be challenged.
I don't know how is that abnormal. God, if they asked Barack Obama, do you believe in marriage between a man and a man? And Barack Obama said, hell no, in 2008. What happened since then? What happened since then? It's still a mystery to me. What happened in 2008 that we went along a way that, listen, I am not against LGBT marriage. Hell no, I'm not against that because I'm a libertarian by nature. But god damn, man, like saying to kids that there's more than two genders. Listen, when I went to high school, we didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about it. They never talked to me about me wanting to be a woman or me wanting to be a man. They never talked to me about me how much I like women. And they didn't talk to me about how much I like women. And I trust me that I did. I had all that adrenaline and all that rush. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? About what boys like boys? That's not conversation for schools, man. That's conversations for like their private life.
In courts and Congress likely months from passing supporting legislation, the practical impact of Trump's moves today could be limited. How much different will people feel tomorrow based on what the president signs today?
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of it having teeth on it. Remember, this is a president that's been here, done the job before.
And Garrett joining us now. Garrett, there's some campaign promises that were not included in the executive orders.
Well, Lester, the president announced nothing specific today on tariffs, which had been a major campaign pledge. And meanwhile, tonight, the Senate just confirmed his first cabinet secretary. Marco Rubio will be Secretary of State, confirmed unanimously tonight, 99-0. Lester?
Wow, and that's strange. That's strange. You would think that somebody, I don't know, like Bernie Sanders would say no. That's awesome, but that's strange. Seeing 99 senators agree with Marco Rubio, I don't know. Maybe this is a step in the right direction, right? America, maybe now, seeing Mark Zuckerberg there and seeing like Amazon's owner there is making me think that perhaps this is the beginning of a more united country, right? I mean, normally when presidents are sworn in, the people are talking about unification and talking and talking. Trump didn't talk a lot about it, but hey, he has a Senate, he has a Supreme Court. I mean, hey, even Hollywood is with Trump now. This is amazing.
All right, Garrett Haig, thank you. And 10 of the executive orders announced today involve immigration, a cornerstone of President Trump's political identity. Gabe Gutierrez with that story.
Tonight, President Trump taking sweeping action on immigration.
And I will send troops
A lot of people are going to get deported, man. A lot of people are going to get deported.
to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country.
The president expected to sign 10 executive actions declaring a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border, reinstating the Remain in Mexico policy, which Mexico disagrees with, requiring asylum seekers to wait out.
Yeah, they have to remain in Mexico because if Mexico doesn't want to remain in Mexico, then Mexico can make a policy saying remain in Guatemala. There's no way that you can make it to Mexico unless you cross the border from Belize or from Guatemala. Because, by the way, most of these Latin American countries, they can't even travel to Mexico without a visa. So Mexico, you can protect your borders. America is just saying we want to protect our borders. You can do whatever the hell you want to do, because the Mexicans are always saying that they're independent. They can do whatever the hell they want. Well, protect your country, and if you don't want to, then that's your problem. But don't leave it up to us. Hey, You want to be independent and all that and think you're strong? Deal with the immigrants in your country, man.
Outside the U.S. while their cases are processed, designating drug cartels, foreign terrorist organizations, and trying to end birthright citizenship, though that's expected to be fiercely challenged in court. The 14th Amendment says anyone born in the U.S. is a citizen.
Trump is gonna win this. Trump is gonna win this because the 14th Amendment was not created for undocumented aliens, so he's gonna win this. I don't think that it should be. I don't agree with Trump on this one, but he's gonna win this because he has a Supreme Court, and to some degree, it is true, man. I mean, it was not meant for that.
Begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came.
The Trump administration has promised major immigration enforcement operations soon. Possible targets: Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Denver, and Chicago.
We're doing everything we can to explore every single option to continue to protect our community members that are vulnerable right now.
Pastor Tanya Lozano Washington just canceled in-person Spanish services at her Chicago church, often attended by undocumented immigrants.
Why did you make that decision?
Well, I think people are scared right now.
Still, even some...
That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, immigration officers have never gone inside of a church to pick up somebody. That is ridiculous. These people want so much attention that they will create anything just for attention. These liberals are insane, man.
Moderate Democrats like Alderman Raymond Lopez say they support deporting migrants with criminal records.
If we can deal with those
Damn
individuals
right.
that commit crimes in a very specific way and keeps other people safe, that's what we should be doing.
Tonight, these new policies already having an impact. This asylum seeker in Juarez, Mexico, breaking down when her initial screening appointment was canceled.
The new Trump team immediately shut.
Hey, man, I feel bad for them. They came all the way to Mexico, but hey, you need to Google stuff. Thank you for subscribing. You need to, I don't know, figure it out, man. I don't know. What do I tell somebody that's stuck in Mexico right now and came all the way from, I don't know, from Venezuela? Man, George Washington used to force 18-year-old men to fight for America. Okay? And I'm not saying that to dismiss George Washington. I'm just saying that Americans die for this country. And people here, like, they migrated here and they suffer being illegal, and they suffer and they became legal, or they came legally. How are we gonna have people just walking in and hey, how are you doing? You want to come in? That's not the way, man. Hey, I miss the days when half of the people that were illegal in the United States, they used to cross the border like ninjas. And you're like, what do you mean? No, there is some type of respect of hearing like, hey, you came to this country illegally, you crossed the fence, bro. You got wet. Damn, man. I mean, you need to go back to your country, but there's some level of respect that I have for you, man, because you kind of loco, man. You crazy. But nowadays, what they were doing was just letting people walk in. You know who hates that the most? The immigrants that already came here. Lino Vasquez says Trump always talks S to Mexico. Look, man. And what do you think your president talks about the United States? Every time the president of Mexico talks in her daily morning show, she's always talking. She's always talking about how America needs to stop having a Second Amendment, right? The president of Mexico needs to shut the hell up. She's an idiot. She needs to shut up for America. You guys want an opinion about America, but hey, can we opinion about Mexico? No, we can't, because you guys are radical, man. You Mexicans are. Let me stop.
Shut down the phone app that had scheduled her appointment. Now thousands of migrants like her are in limbo. Lester?
All right, Gabe, thank you. As you just heard, before the inauguration, President Biden issued a series of preemptive pardons. Peter Alexander joining us now from the White House. Peter, President Trump is expected to issue some pardons of his own.
Lester, President Trump late tonight signing pardons for what he said was roughly 1,500 January 6th Capitol rioters. It comes as President Biden's last actions in office focused on pardoning several high-profile names. From outgoing President Biden, what amounts to a protective shield for some of President Trump's most prominent adversaries. A series of preemptive pardons to avoid Trump's promised political prosecutions. Among the recipients, General Mark Milley, Trump's chosen Joint Chiefs Chairman, who later became a fierce critic. Dr. Anthony Fauci, who helped lead the country's COVID response, and all of the members of the bipartisan House committee that investigated the...
Want to hear something crazy? If you're hearing YouTube criticize Dr. Fauci, they will close down your channel. They will close down your channel. So that's why I can't speak about Dr. Fauci because he's protected by the Google. Isn't that crazy? Listen, right now you can say that Ricky Martin is gay, or it's true anyways. You can say that the president of Canada is a moron, but if you criticize Dr. Fauci in 2025, your channel is gonna get closed down. You tell me how that makes sense. You tell me how that makes sense. One thing that I am gonna petition Donald Trump right now officially is that Donald Trump, you must tell YouTube and Facebook that if they censor stuff that has nothing to do with inciting violence or bad words, they need to be put in jail. I swear to you, people have to be put in jail. And it sounds very hypocritical because I'm using the platform, but hey man, what other platform am I gonna use? Am I gonna go on TikTok so they can ban it in a few weeks? I can't. I have to talk in the application that is available. And this is the one, man. This is the one. God damn it, man. There's so much censoring. There's so much censoring.
January 6th Capitol attack, including Republican Liz Cheney. Biden writing the pardon should not be mistaken as an acknowledgement that any individual engaged in any wrongdoing. President Trump texted NBC News, "It is disgraceful."
Why are we helping some of the people? Why are we helping Liz Cheney? I mean, Liz Cheney is a disaster.
Just last,
it doesn't even make sense. For all those that lived through the Iraq War, and we used to hear all those Democrats. I mean, Dick Cheney was the worst name. Like, it was a bad name to say that name, and not because it sounds like a human gender. It's because, like, it was just a bad vice president. I mean, the guy shot his own friend. I mean, Iraq was the biggest mistake. I know the Iraq sounds like it was a long time ago. In the news and the media, we have short memory, but the Iraq War was the stupidest thing we ever did in the 20th century, and together with a woke agenda. But yeah, it was a long time ago. But come on, guys. I mean, try to remember. I mean, it was terrible, the Iraq War. Dick Cheney is a son of a bee, man. And now to be like, oh, we need to pardon his family and all that. What kind of crap is that? Right now, the Democrats are becoming the Bush Party. That's what they're becoming. Man. They are the Bush Party, the Democrats.
Last month, Trump told Meet the Press the January 6th committee members should be behind bars.
For what they did, honestly, they should go to jail.
Milley's portrait, hung in a Pentagon ceremony just last week, was removed just hours after Trump took office. Today, Biden defending public servants who he says have been subjected to ongoing threats and intimidation for faithfully discharging their duties. Trump tonight also criticizing Biden for preemptively pardoning his brother James Biden and other relatives with just minutes left in his term.
I think it was.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this. How you go to jail in this country, how you get prosecuted, is always up to the prosecutor. So there's a level of like autonomy in the executive branch. Although the president shouldn't be intervening in prosecutions. So I understand that to some degree, there is a level of going after his family. There could be a little bit of that. There could be. But God damn it, man. God damn it. Once thank you for subscribing. Once we're talking about people just like breaking the law and being seen by a camera. Listen, if I do a crime and they see me in a camera, they're gonna put me in prison, man. So hey, like if you did a crime and it's registered, it doesn't matter if you Biden's family, you're not gonna get your breaks because I can't believe this, man. I can't believe Biden is a criminal, man.
Unfortunate that he did that.
Candidate Trump vowed he would appoint a special prosecutor to investigate the Bidens.
To go after the most corrupt president in the history of the United States of America, Joe Biden, and the entire Biden crime family.
Here we have Luis Me with a super chat of $2. He said, Trump's my uncle, Latinos for Trump. God bless you. Well, God bless you, my brother. It's my first time making a live in English because I'm tired of speaking in Spanish. And hey, man, I'm gonna be writing here. I'm like, oh, you're writing Trump's penis. I don't give a damn, man. This is the best guy ever. Guy, man, you know that us Latino men, we support Donald Trump, man. And a lot of men, because they're simps, and they don't want to disrespect their girlfriends. They don't want to disrespect the women. Disrespect the people in the LGBT. They don't say it. Why can't we say it, man? We escape. Our parents are us escape countries that were like third world countries, man. Because all those countries in Latin America, they're a piece of crap, man. They're a piece of crap. A lot of people, when they hear me say that, oh, are you disrespectful to my culture? I'm not talking about the culture, man. I'm talking about the governments, the countries, the economy, are a piece of crap. God gave us an opportunity to be here. You better be goddamn thankful, man. And I'm thankful for your $2 donation, by the way. Thank you.
Biden tonight dismissing the unrelenting attacks against his family as baseless, arguing they are motivated solely by a desire to hurt me. Peter Alexander, NBC News, the White House.
And I'm joined now by Kristen Welker and Hallie Jackson. Kristen, President Trump is claiming a mandate. He's got a narrow lead in the Congress right now. How long does a honeymoon typically last?
Here, Luismi comes back and says, we love Trump. If a woman loves me, she will care about what I support. God first, family, and the United States. Guys, God is eternal. I mean, let me tell you something. There are women that will take that too, man. I have seen it. Maybe it's more with the youth. There are also men that will say this. There's gay men who will say that to other gay men as well. And there probably is a man out there, some liberal weirdo. But yeah, man. Hey, listen, we're not gonna bring no more division, man. We're gonna unite the country. 99 people supported the placement of Marco Rubio as head of Department of State. That's amazing, bro.
It's not going to last very long at all, Lester. In fact, he's only got about 2 years to really get his big agenda items finished, and then the entire political world will be focused on the midterm election. So he wants to get his mass deportation plan up and running. That's going to require some additional funds by Congress. By one estimate,
It's expensive, but at least, hey, let's cross that goddamn border. Let's listen to the drama queen. Look at her face, man. This woman is so ugly, man. God damn, this woman is ugly. Why do they put ugly people on TV? I swear. I'm ugly too, but hey, just like they say that if you're gay, if you're black, you can talk about black people. If you're ugly, you can call somebody ugly. I'm ugly, so I can say that she's ugly too, man. Please.
Earlier in the day, we started seeing messages fly from January 6th defendants and their families claiming even before any official pardons had been signed that they were getting word that their charges are being dropped or they're being processed for release from prison. This was one of the earliest messages we saw today online. This man claiming the Justice Department was dropping his pending criminal case. This is a man who had been charged with beating police officers.
Luis Miguel says another super chat and says, it's better than sending to Ukraine. America's better than sending it to the Ukraine. Hey, man, we need to stop sending money to Ukraine. That's crazy. Thank you for the super chat, bro.
With a baseball bat. That's him with the black bat there on the left side of your screen. That's at the Capitol building, obviously, on January 6th. There had been...
It's amazing. Trump just became president, and these morons at MSNBC are talking about January 6th. They remind me of like when you catch your girlfriend doing something bad, and you kind of go like, hey, you did me dirty, man. You left me hanging. And she goes like, 3 years ago, you cheated on me. I mean, what does that have to do? January 6th with today? Nothing. Who watches MSNBC anymore? I'm just here to argue, man. I brought it just to argue. I brought the point of MSNBC just to argue. Hey, I want to argue with somebody in English. I sent here this link, and that can allow you to come in live if you want to argue. I would love to argue with some idiot liberal, but in English, not in Spanish. This guy says the real nonsense, no sense. Man, what the hell? What is this? Ebonic? Speak English properly, bro. Is a convict president. Let me tell you this. What is worse? What is worse? What makes you have a worse profile? If I'm convicted for a crime, or if my son is convicted for a crime, I'll tell you this: Biden, his son, was convicted for a crime dealing with weapons. What kind of father is Biden? Trump got convicted for supposedly having sexual intercourse with a porn star, which is the dream of hey, isn't that supposedly legal in OnlyFans? How many people, thousands of people do that every day, right? And by the way, not that the crime, he basically reported his taxes in the wrong box, and by doing so, he didn't save any money. By the way, he didn't lose or pay more money. He just did a wrong check in the IRS. And that wasn't even him. That was somebody else. And even so, he still claims that he didn't do it wrong because he didn't do nothing wrong. And then he got sentenced in New York City by a bunch of liberals in Manhattan. You know, you have to know your history, Big Paris. You an idiot, bro. You an idiot. Make America great again from Venezuela. Hey, I like that, man. I like that. Big ups to that, bro.
Word, including from Vice President JD Vance, that nobody charged with violence against police officers would be pardoned by Trump. But this man today posted online that he'd heard that his case was being dropped. Tonight, within the past hour, we got word that there appears to not have been a distinction made between those convicted of just participating in the January 6th attack and those who participated violently in the attack, including.
Guys, this is not from January 2020. This is from today. You know we're doing something great when you watch liberal media and they say, "Oh, hey, welcome, this is MSNBC. Can we talk about January 6th?" You kind of go like, "God damn, we're doing something right. We must be doing something great." That's what they're talking about? Seriously, bro? Seriously? That's what you're going to talk about? January 6th? Wow, those liberals, man. Let's go a little forward.
This was the maximalist, blatant, transactional, open for business corruption, founding his own currency that you can buy to put money in his pocket the weekend before he becomes president. Aside from all of that, just blatant, open for business corruption, what we're seeing here with the January 6th pardons, this kind of thing does have the benefit of novelty, right? We've never quite seen something like this before. But
now, look, Elm Big is some crazy, I think he's Venezuelan or something. And he's just mad because he can't bring his family here anymore. I mean, I think that's who he is, El Big Bear. He's a Venezuelan national. Man, you need to stop, man. It's crazy how the Venezuelans really started thinking that they had a right. They had a right, man, for all the freebies they were getting. That's the crazy part to me. They feel like they had a right. Like we own them something. It's crazy, man. Like America owns the Venezuelan people something. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Let me tell you, I live in New York City, man. There's so much crime. There is so much craziness, man, going on. Man, I'm happy for the vice president. Can we talk about the vice president for a second? The vice president is handsome, young, and hey, man, handsome people are good to have. His wife is super pretty. I mean, is this lady a model or something? No, I swear, man. And look at that baby. Where is this woman from? Her parents from? Her ethnicity is amazing, man. Look at that prettiness. Look at that beautifulness. You know, if sometimes you can really see how people are racist, but the people they date. This are the Republicans racist? You crazy, bro? You crazy? Democrats are the ones that like to separate, talk about race. This is amazing, man. God bless. Hey, big shout out to my man JD Vance.
Right hand and repeat after me. I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
Look at Kamala Harris. Look at Kamala Harris. I'm gonna tell you this. I have a theory that Kamala Harris never wanted to be president. I'm talking a lot of things about women today. I don't know, and relationships. But you know how like when people get married and women nowadays they want to get married and they're excited about the wedding. Like a lot of women nowadays, they say, I want to get married. And then you say, hey, you want to have kids? No, I don't want to have no kids. You want to cook? I don't want to cook. I don't cook. I don't cook clean. I don't do none of that. Cardi B. But they get very excited, women nowadays, the young generation, about getting married, about the ceremony. And I think Kamala Harris is like that. Kamala Harris got excited about the party. She got excited about the traveling. She got excited about running, about the events. But she didn't want to be no president. She didn't want to be no president. I mean, she literally got asked many times about what kind of president she would be, and I think one time she said, "You have to figure it out." I mean, this lady is, I mean, she's just a crazy liberal. Look, we see her husband behind her. What a loser! And listen, the guy who really stole the show is Trump's son. Man, that guy is so. He has a chance of playing in the NBA. The thing is that Trump is very, very tall, but that guy's like 6'7", man. Vance stole the show. I think to some degree, Clinton was pretty cool. I got a little bit of sentimental with Clinton because, believe it or not, I think Clinton was a really good president. Yeah, I think he was, man. I think Bill Clinton was a good president. Another super chat from Luis. Thank you so much, my friend. Hey, Luis, we're starting this English stuff now. We're gonna grow this channel in English as well. The Democrat looks like Didi. Can't stop, won't stop, stop, can't stop, won't stop. Hey, man, all people. um, no, man, but no, it was a good party. Biba Ramaswamy was there. That was pretty amazing. For me, it was how Elon Musk was smiling, man. That thing was amazing. Thank you for the super chat, Luis. Man, I really appreciate that $2 super chat, bro. I'm gonna buy a coffee with that. I'm gonna buy a coffee. Hey, I'm liking these English videos in live, man. They're sending me super chat. They're sending me love. When I make those Spanish, videos, man, they tend to be a bunch of idiots sometimes, man. Those they treated me very bad. The Spanish speakers, man. All they want to do is talk about Venezuela, man. Oh, and look, let me became a member. But God bless you, bro. God bless you. God bless you, my man.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all
Just remember-
enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
The Democrat Party are the enemy in domestically, all of them, and they probably steal like 45% of the country. Let's remember that. And then the media, you're gonna hear a lot of people. Hey, don't forget Ariana Grande. Don't forget Lady Gaga, man. They're liberals as hell, man. George
That
Clooney.
I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance to the same.
And allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental reservation.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
The duties of the office.
The duties of the office.
On which I am about to enter.
On which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
God damn, look at that. Look. Today, people got to know JD Vance, the people of America, right? The people who don't follow so much of American politics, they got to meet this guy, and I'm pretty sure that half of America right now is in love with this guy. It's amazing, sensational. Yeah, and the words of that rapper, what's his name, is sensational. Future, the rapper Future, sensational, baby.
Please welcome Chief Justice Roberts to administer the presidential oath of office.
So Justice is the head of the Supreme Court in an administrative way, you know. They don't really have like a president or nothing. Luis has a big problem with the left. You know what's my biggest problem here? Like being that I mostly, I'm in the Spanish side of the media. How these people that really like, they always talking crap about Nicolas Maduro, man. There's a lot of people in the media who always talking about communism in Latin America. They're talking about Cuba, about President of Mexico. Like they always talking, you're kind of like, wow, they have really good points, man. Like all this like Spanish people that work in the media, they hate communism in Latin America. But when it comes to America, they wish the worst on us. They wish the worst. They wish that we had those Democrats in power. I hate the Spanish media. They suck, bro. Amazing.
Please raise.
Hey, Luis, thank you so much for becoming a member. I'm also gonna go to sleep very soon. And thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you for the support, man. Come in the future streams. Man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Freaking beautiful. Amazing. Sensation. So, to my understanding, they have to shoot 13 shots. You can count them if you want, and those represent the 13 colonies, man. 13 colonies. You know, we have 50 states now. Let's make DC a state. Let's make Canada a state. Let's give Canada like 6 states. We don't want Canada to be that big. I mean, it's gonna be a weird to have a state that big. Let's make Canada like 8 different states or whatever. Puerto Rico a state, Greenland a state, Washington D.C. a state.
Ambition is the lifeblood of a great nation. And right now, our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we were,
You know what we never get from other countries? The thanks. When you see whatever you see, when you go to another country, everything you see is American, man. The cars, the airplanes, the light bulb that was all created in America. Let me repeat this: America is the best country in the world. Even to this day, where Chinese could steal a technology, where they could be inventing stuff. Yeah, the Chinese can create great things, but we are making shit happen. We are the best, and all the rest are not. We are the best, and this is the best country in the world. And when I say we are the best, I mean the other ones sucks. I gotta be honest with you. Canada sucks too.
work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken.
Here I am. Rock you like a rock. You heard that? I forgot the word. Here I am. Bam, bam.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
Goddamn right. You goddamn right, bro.
From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C., our country was forged and built by the generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers and coal miners, police officers and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle defeat their spirit or their pride. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and triumphed over every single challenge that they faced. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history.
You goddamn right. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this with me. I already saw this, so I already seen this, so I was just repeating it because I'm so goddamn excited, guys. I'm so goddamn excited. And the previous live, I had to translate to Spanish, so I couldn't pay much attention and digest it myself as a viewer. But guys, we're gonna be making more lives in English and also in Spanish. So when you see me speaking Spanish, you don't take it personal. But I'm gonna try to speak more in English now because you know what? I'm goddamn tired of those socialists in Latin America. Guys, America is the best country in the world. Get ready, because we're gonna make a difference, and it's time to make a difference here in America. We're not gonna be changing the world. If they want to be having communism in Venezuela and all those countries, they can do whatever the hell they want. But it's time for America to focus on America, and that's what we're going to do. God bless you, and God bless the United States. See you next time.